I just ran my fastest ever 20-mile run in these, the New Balance Fuel Cell SE Elite version 4. And I learnt two very important things, one of which, if you are a stability shoe wearer, you're going to be very interested to hear. Okay people, so I've just got back from my quickest ever 20-mile long run. I'm in the middle of London marathon training. This is a 50-mile week for me, and I just busted out 20 miles in under 3 hours. And the shoe I wore for that was these, the SE Elite version 4. Now I was meant to do a race in this shoe, but I was unable to take part in that race. So I thought to myself, to give this shoe a fair outing, to give this shoe a proper review, let's take it out on my 20-miler and see how it gets on. Now, like I said, I learned two important things from that run, and I'm going to share them with you. And if I say you're a stability shoe wearer, stick around to the end of the video, because I've got something very interesting to tell you. Now, firstly, let's quickly recap what's going on here. So this is the SE Elite version 4. This is a top-end running shoe. It's £260. It's 4mm drop, 40mm stack in the heel. We've got a P-bar fuel cell midsole, full-length carbon plate, phantom knit upper. It weighs 9.5 ounces, which is about 270 grams. And it is a UK 10 because the 9.5 is just that fraction too small. We've got reasonable rubber coverage on the outsole, if you can see that. There's the plate. It's called an energy arc. It's the way the plate is shaped. There's the phantom knit upper, which does tend to gather around the front of the shoe, which is a little bit annoying. Lockdown's not very good. I'll come on to that. And you do get a little bit of heel rub if you don't lock them down properly. Okay, right, so 20 miles, and if you look through, I'll put up the splits. We was between sort of easy pace down to target pace. So for me, that's 9-minute miles easy, and then if you see down at the end, 17, 18 miles, we was down at just below 8-minute miles, like 7:30, 7:45. I was trying to be 8-minute miles for 3-mile blocks of the 20-mile run. So we did 3 miles easy, 3 miles at goal. 3 miles easy, 3 miles at goal. Got it? Okay, right, so what did we learn? Well, firstly, and I think this is the most important takeaway for me, is that this shoe lacks responsiveness for me. When I was trying to drop it down, I really didn't get any positive feedback from the shoe in terms of feeling alive. Now, that's not a criticism of this shoe, by the way, because certain shoes just seem to come alive when you drop the pace. Now, what do you mean by that, FORDY? They just feel springy. They just feel like they're egging you on to run faster. It's easier to hold pace if you're going for it. And I didn't feel that in this shoe. And it has been a concern since I got the shoe. People have said, oh, you've got to let them break in and all this sort of stuff. But I'm still not getting it from this shoe. On the last mile, I was actually down at below 7-minute miles. And this shoe was giving me nothing. If I was in an Alpha Fly, if I was in an Adidas Pro 3, if I was in even the Pro 4 from Saucony, I feel like I would have got more from the shoe. So that leaves me very disappointed. It just lacks that secret sauce of a marathon racing shoe. Now again, this is not a criticism, because I think actually this could work for a few people. If you're after a competent marathon shoe, something that's not going to break your ankle, something that's going to carry you through the miles. Maybe you're running the marathon and you're not that concerned about time, but you want a shoe that's got a carbon plate. I think this could work. You do have to lock the shoe down. It is terrible, the lockdown on this shoe. I actually redid my laces 3 times on that 20-mile run. But once I got them locked down, it was fine. But this is a shoe I feel like if you're not that bothered about times and you're more focused on getting the marathon done, then I feel this could work. It is a competent shoe. That's probably the best way to describe it. It's not going to blow the bloody doors off, but you're going to get round. Now, here's the thing for you stability shoe wearers. I do feel, as somebody who does mildly pronate, that this could be a good racing shoe for you. This fuel cell midsole, it feels very compact. And I just feel, despite it being mildly soft, it could do you for the marathon distance. Because I know some stability shoe wearers, they struggle to find that marathon race day shoe. And although this is not the widest shoe in the world, I do feel when I compare it against some of the other shoes that are out there, this could be the option, because you've got a lot of width under the forefoot. You've got some width in the heel. The foam is not overly soft. And as I say, it feels compacted. So it's not going to be like moving around all over the place. Now look, I'm not saying if you're like in a Kayano or something like that, this is the shoe for you. But I think if you're somebody who mild pronates, this could be a race day shoe or a race day option for you in the marathon. Now I appreciate it's £260, so it's a lot of money, but the feedback I got from that 20-mile run was like, this is quite a good shoe in terms of stability. And again, this is not a stable shoe, but it did hold me in the hill area when I was at those slower paces at 9-minute miles. And it's all relative in terms of effort and pace, right? Because that could be like 11-minute miles for you and 9-minute miles for me. But my point is that it wasn't wild or unstable feeling at those slower paces. So this shoe could be an answer to a lot of people's questions that we get like on the live stream on a Monday at 8 o'clock. And that's, what is a good racing shoe for somebody who has mild stability needs? Well, this could be it, people. So there we go. Interesting results, I would say. So to recap, this is not a marathon shoe for me. This is a good training shoe for me. It doesn't light me up like I want for a shoe on race day. I want something to give me confidence, to make me feel awesome when I step on the line for those 26.2 miles. And this shoe does not do that. But I do think it's a very competent shoe. And let's say I was going to go and run a marathon and not really give two hoots. Yeah, I would get around in this quite comfortably. So I'm not beating down on the shoe. I do think it serves a purpose. But when you put it against some of the other shoes out there, it lacks that va-va-voom. Do you remember that advert? Anyway, it is a competent shoe, but it's not one that sort of blows the doors off. But again, if you are somebody who has mild stability needs, this could be a race day option. So there we go, people. Lessons learned from the SC Elite version 4. And like I said, I like to use the shoes in races, but that race I didn't do. So I thought the next best thing was to take it for a 20-mile run where I was doing like half of it at target goal pace, which I think is a very good workout for the shoe. And I've got that feedback. So hopefully that's interesting for you. Let me know in the comments whether you agree, disagree. Maybe you've got the SC Elite version 4 and you're thinking similarly, or you're not, you've got a different opinion. But let me know in the comments. But that's my feedback on the SC Elite version 4. Right guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe before you leave me today, and I shall catch you all later.